we record again. Let me just moisturize real quick.
The most important.
I started putting hand cream
Are
on
we
my desk.
moisturizing together?
Yeah, do it. I started putting
Alright.
hand cream on my desk, and because
Yeah.
I'm like, your hands are one of the first places to show signs of aging, and I'm trying to look 25 for the rest of my life.
Okay. I didn't buy this for myself. Leanna bought it for me because she's an angel.
Cute.
I don't know how to say this.
Way.
This hand cream, it's body cream. It's not even, it's just in this little thing. So I just always use it on my hands.
Mm-hmm.
It smells like resort lotion. And I think you know
Ooh.
exactly what I'm talking. It is so good.
Off topic. Have you tried Brazilian Boom Boom cream from
No.
Sephora?
What?
Okay. It's BUM.
Okay.
Started by a woman who is Brazilian, but it smells so fucking good.
I
And
love
just
products.
I like have to stop.
I love products. I
want to be a mature adult and save my money, and then Sephora's like, don't.
But what's the point of having money if you can't like enjoy it though?
Buy myself something's pretty, because I have to just stop buying myself stuff.
Well,
I go through these periods of time where I buy nothing, like couldn't even be bothered to purchase a single thing.
I know.
And then
that's a cycle, dude, because now it becomes like, oh, I have to buy this and I gotta buy this, because I think you and I was very similar. Like 2 years ago, I never bought anything for myself, like ever.
Well, it's like I'll go through periods where like, okay, I won't buy anything, and then I'll like buy 4 things in a row and be like, oh my God, that stressed me out, and then stop buying stuff.
You know, it's bad. I'm gonna sound like an asshole saying this, but like the more money you make too, you're just like, the bigger the purchases get, and you're like, fuck, $200, Bridget, is still $200. It's not like you can just spend that whenever you want.
Yeah.
Responsibilities.
I just like remember when I was like making $38,000 a year.
How did I live by myself?
I was also getting free lunches every single day of the
Same.
week, and usually ate breakfast there, and if anything had like a snack.
Dude, we had free avocados. I used to steal avocados from there all the time.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
So anyways, yeah, this is our first Q&A.
Q&A, bitches.
We don't know what we're doing, but we asked for your guys' questions, and some of you gave them to us, and then some of these we just made up.
We should add my dad's Q to these Qs.
Oh, I missed it.
Papa
Is it in that really nice email that he sent? Fuck. I knew I was missing some sources.
On us, what is something you've accomplished that you're hella proud of? It was essentially like on maybe even like specific to marketing too. We can do something cool like that. But yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing this.
Yeah. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's just go every other. I mean, we can both answer all of the questions, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
No doubt.
So this first one is from Devin Pickle, and he used to work with me at G2. So thanks, Dev. But he apologized right after he tweeted this at us, because he was like, sorry for getting deep. Or maybe he texted me separately. He was like, I'm really sorry for getting deep. I'm like, man, we're here for it. Like, there's something I'm here for. It's for getting deep. So Devin wants to know, what is something you gave up on that in hindsight you're actually happy about and it ended up working out? A career, a relationship, a friendship. Would love to hear from y'all. Giving up is not in my nature.
I don't even know. I gave up on an exercise science minor. Does that count?
Yeah, same with engineering. I gave up on that.
But I was already a double major, and I just didn't want to take another anatomy class.
Mm-hmm.
As one does. Like, I don't know if I'm happy that it didn't end up working out. I mean, like, I guess now I know that you can really do anything without needing to have a degree, because degrees are useless. So I'm glad that I didn't add extra pressure on myself second semester senior year to take 2 anatomy classes.
Yeah.
And I can like, and I also really like, in terms of exercise science, I don't want to be like a trainer in the like athletic trainer sense of the word, but like for helping with like recovery on sports teams and shit. I would probably just want it so I could, in my free time, be like a group fitness instructor
Fun.
kind of person.
Yeah.
So
You
I
can
can
still
just
go
always
get that though.
Yeah, I can always just get like personal training certified.
Yeah.
Without having to have an exercise science minor.
Yeah.
So.
I think that there's two parts to this question. Again, I'm not really somebody to like give up in general. Am I happy things don't work out? Yes. Like I'm learning as I get older that like if to not be upset about things not working out. Like if things don't work out, it's for a reason and it wasn't your path. And I think that pressure that things like have to work out all the time is like an external pressure. And we don't like listen to ourselves enough about like what should and shouldn't work out.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that I gave up though.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it's
I think
different.
of one. I thought of one.
Go ahead.
So in high school, I was a big part of the theater department, not being on stage because absolutely fuck that. But I found a really good group of people and we all did the costumes and like makeup for the plays and musicals. And we were so close and like got each other through high school essentially. And all of them pursued some sort of theatrical future, whether that was like continuing to do costumes after high school and like summer programs or like being a PA on a set for a production assistant on a set for like movies and shows.
Yeah.
And it's just not, that's not how I like to be creative at the moment. Like they always knew the like the musicals and the plays that were chosen and I had never heard of them before. Like theater is not something I'm as passionate about. I think it was just the people that really made it the thing. I think I would have been miserable had I decided to like study theater in college. I think I would have been not having a good time. So
yeah,
exercise science and theater. Glad I gave them up.
Just things in school.
Yeah, school in general.
We haven't given up on much else yet, or just like we have too much hope for the world.
Yeah. Okay. Annie, Bridget's twin, Annie Putker. She asks, "What's your workday playlist vibe? / does it depend on the day? / is there a public one we can all get in?" And okay. So
we need a public, so we need a Spotify channel.
I got a Spotify playlist for you. I once, no, actually this has happened twice, had just like banger after banger on my Discover Weekly playlist that I just took all of those songs and put them in a playlist. So there are 2 like full Discover Weekly playlists in there. And my definition of a bop that Dan will tell you / my sisters will tell you is just like happy songs. You will not find like Bon Iver on this playlist. That shit does not fly in my eardrums. So it's all just like happy, upbeat, just like tune out and live your best life kind of songs. And it's because I don't generally like to feel.
Yeah, so we're
music
different.
Shouldn't make me feel.
We're different because
if you want that playlist, you just let me know. It's called That Good Discover Weekly Playlist.
Very original, Sara.
By Sara Payan. I was just naming it for myself. I didn't know that people were going to ask about it.
I know. Honestly, my friends have much better taste in music than me, and I steal John and Jordan's playlists almost exclusively. Because I am a person that like I listen to full albums, and I've yelled at Sara before for that. Yeah. Especially on a first listen. I think it was the Ari one, right? You're like, I'm here. And I'm like, how? You're like, I have it on shuffle. I was like, no.
It's obvious from the past 2 replies that I've given that I obviously do not appreciate art in the way that it's supposed to be consumed.
Well, yeah, I'm just a purist maybe, but I'm also like, it goes back to your like thing about like, you just like to be around creative people. Like I know that that's not a gift of mine of like putting together a playlist or like an album or whatever, but like, I love hearing the creativity of the artist and the way that they put the songs together. But also I exclusively listen to music that makes you feel. So like the new Giveon album has been in my ears a lot. And I think I've just normalized how sexual it is. People are like, Bridget, you listen to this during work? Like, how are you not okay? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like sitting there singing like so bad.
I will say I have like a few times have turned on Ingrid Michaelson radio on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit's got like Natasha Bedingfield and
Mm-hmm.
like,
oh, we love like a 90s, 2000s, any throwback from there.
yeah.
I'm sold on.
Specifically, Ingrid Michaelson really brings me back to like a very specific. So my thing, because I'm a sociopath, is I'll find like 3 to 4 really good songs that I like, and I will only listen to those 3 or 4 songs for about a month, if not 3 months. And so then if I go back and listen to songs, it reminds me very specifically about a time in my life. So there's like an artist that is specifically April 2019.
I like that though. That's so nice.
So like Ingrid Michaelson brings me back to like a very specific time in like my life, and it's just like good freaking vibes. And
what else? I listen to a lot of Drake, like a lot. If you get our email newsletters, you know that already.
I just like, yeah, I don't.
So Sarah and I have very different tastes in music, but that's but also like we can appreciate
like a decent amount of the population. It's like people who want to feel something, or people who only want to be happy because they are scared of feeling anything else.
But then there's like songs of the summer, like Justin's new Peaches song that like spans both Sarah's good vibes and my Giveon vibes. Is literally a feature in the song.
It's a bop.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And you know who you would really like is St. John. I should send you the song. Look up the song Monica Lewinsky.
Okay.
Because it goes. It's so good.
Sweet. I'll do it.
Anna, you too. I would love to see my sister baking cookies and listening to St. John. That's my new goal in life. All right, gotta make that happen at some point. Our dearest Lauren, we love her. She is one of the biggest friends of the pod. She wants to know, this is also a deep one, y'all. When you leave this earth, how do you want to be remembered? Are you doing things today that contribute to those memories?
I fucking love that.
It's so good.
That's so dope.
This reminds me, have you seen those TikToks where it's like 10 questions to ask on like of the first few dates to like really get to know somebody?
Yeah, no, I haven't, but I dig that as a concept.
You know what we should do for the next Q&A is, did you see like maybe 2 years ago that thing came out where it was like, ask these 30 questions to find if you'll fall in love? We should do that.
We should do that. I love that. Yes. Good. Okay. I'm in.
All right. Back to Sarah, back to Lauren's question.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be remembered by like very, very vividly by fewer people than remembered by a bunch of people at surface level.
Yeah.
Because they'll inevitably forget about you. And so then I just don't give a fuck. This kind of reminds me of Kinsey Grant, who is known for her time at Morning Brew, who recently left Morning Brew. She wrote a newsletter. She's doing like a newsletter now about just like what she's doing, what she's up to. And her past newsletter, like her first one was, I tied a majority of my personality to my job, and now I don't do that job anymore, so I don't know who I am. And that also like got me thinking about just people are going to forget what I do anyway. Like as much as we think it's dope that we've built this community, and it is, like it's not going to last forever. And so that means that like the people who I surround myself with, I want to make sure that I had like a lasting impact on them instead, which means like focusing on them and spending time with them and like, you know, making each other like feel important in each other's lives.
Yeah.
I think I haven't done an amazing job to contribute to those memories, especially in the past year because I've been confined to my home. But I think
it's not your fault though.
More recently, I've been making an effort to even just like text my friends to be like, how are you? I don't really care to be remembered as like the greatest marketer or podcaster of the whatever generation. Like I don't give a shit about that because they won't remember me for who I am. They'll remember me for what I did. And that's not all of who I am.
Correct. I think that that's something that maybe people don't really, it's hard to say that my job is not my identity when we have a podcast about work. You know, it's hard to like tell people I really try to leave work at the door when we're recording these things on Sundays. Like, but the thing is like, this has been such a good outlet for me and for Sara, I'm sure too, but just like, it goes into what you were saying. Like, I want to be remembered for like being true to myself and being real and like never being one to just like go along with like a shitty system if it was a shitty system. Like I don't want to be part of that. And that goes into like what you were saying about like, I would rather make a lasting impact on a few people than make like a weird impact or like a smaller impact on a lot of people that don't really know me.
Right.
And I think that has a lot to do with staying true to yourself, because the majority of people won't know you very well, but like, how much attention are you giving the people that do, you know, like I'm lucky that like some of my closest friends are also people that I've worked with in the past. So like, it's easy to keep up with them because they're in my day to day anyway.
Yeah.
But I am weary when like that, when we 5-10 years from now, hopefully maybe I'll end up in different kind of industries or whatever. Like, I'm worried about what that means for our friendships, but like, also I've whittled it down a lot recently in the last couple of years of just like, I'm really only looking, because I can only give so much of myself, right? How many people is that? 5, 10? Any greater than 10 people that are like consistently in your life that you're having an impact on, like, how are you having an impact on yourself? Like, what's left?
Tell them. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing also about like people like Dave Gerhardt or people like Ogilvy. It's like people remember them from their work, but not really for like who they are. And I think that's kind of sad.
It's might work for them, but I know already, I'm lucky to know that it won't work for me.
Yeah. I want to be known by people that I have great hair.
You do have great hair. I'm trying to get there. What do I think people remember me for?
I think my hair is
a funny laugh. My personality. I have a good laugh. It's like a stupid one, but people are always like, "Oh, I missed your laugh." I'm like, "Wow, that's so nice."
Wow, now I feel bad about saying that my hair, because I also have a great personality.
Oh, I just said laugh. I didn't say I have a great personality. Very different. Oh, you do have good hair and a great personality.
Thank you so much. Been working on
unstoppable. Both. She's unstoppable. I've been working, great personality.
Working on both of them consistently for a while. So glad it's paying off.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is from Meg.
Meg Murphy.
Oh, Meg Murphy. I was like, Meg, who? Meg Murphy. Classic.
I didn't want she was the only one on here that I wouldn't have to put a last name, but I feel like I can never just say Meg. It's Meg Murphy. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. She asks career pet peeves, basically a tell us why you're mad segment, if you will. I think laziness for me, just like
like systemic laziness all the way through.
Right. Well, like that, I mean, it's nice because it means that the bar is very, very low for people like Bridget and myself who are motivated to not be mediocre. At least I want to be above mediocre. And it's just like I just don't understand people who don't. Well, I know why they're like this, and it's because they've never actually worked like a retail, hospitality, food service job, or they've never they probably just like had a more privileged upbringing of just like, you don't have a sense of urgency and you don't understand how to do something for someone else. If you like don't really understand,
they're only children.
It's just like,
the best way to say it.
If you like don't, I think it's the sense of urgency thing that's like biggest for me, is because like I am so hyperactive and move so quickly, and it's like, if you don't understand why you need to be efficient, I don't know how to explain it to you. Besides putting you in the bagel restaurant that I worked in for all of high school during lunch.
My pet peeve, even going off of that one, is like the reaction sometimes that I get to me being like having a sense of urgency. Like if the reaction is like, it's okay that it doesn't happen. Like it really is, most of the shit that we do is made up deadlines. Yeah. So like it doesn't, but it's like for me to feel progress, I have to check things off of a list. Like we were talking about this earlier, but don't make me feel crazy for wanting to get shit done. Yeah. Don't stand in my way and don't make me feel nuts. Don't gaslight me about it. Yeah. You know what that's going to do? It's going to make me also unmotivated. Yeah. Like I can only run into a wall so many times before I decide to go find a door somewhere else. It's true though. I think my biggest career pet peeve in general is just gaslighting of people that like are different from you, or because it's so like, I think our parents' generations would have called it like passive aggressive, but now it's just straight up gaslighting. It's like, well, Bridget, why do you feel that way? And it's like, because I'm allowed. Ew. It's gross.
I'm feeling sassy today. The sun isn't out, so I'm just like, that's disgusting.
Gross.
Gnarly, dude.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I understand that work isn't everything, but also like I do value.
Well, in my 8 hours though, I want to make shit happen in my 8 hours. Yeah. That's all I'm giving you. So like, I'm here to do something with the time. I think that's where most of my motivation comes from in general. People ask all the time, they're like, how do you like stay? I'm like, because I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time.
Yeah. If I'm doing this for enough hours of the day.
Right. So I'm like, why wouldn't I actually want to like do something with the time that I'm spending doing this? Yeah. Hello.
Duh. I think another one of my pet peeves is specifically leadership.
Just as a general concept.
Just like as a general concept. I hate
leadership. We'll do the SpongeBob little guy where he's imagination. I'll just say leadership.
I think so, especially when you get new leaders in your organization and they decide right off the bat that they don't need to get to know the inner workings of an organization because they've done this before. So they're just going to get right to work and then they fuck everything up. Mm-hmm. And then they don't really like look back on that and be like, oh, my bad. Like, sorry about that. And then I'm going to get like super pointed. And then they don't learn anyone's names. And they spend the entire first hour meeting the team, talking about very intimate details about themselves, but not asking their team about them. It's just like when you are a leader and you come in, it might be dope that you think that you know everything. And I'm sure you've seen way more than I have. And that's awesome. And I respect you a little bit. But until I like see your track record within this organization, then your past is moot to me. And I'm going to bring that same energy when I am a leader and like learn people's names and what they do and how they feel about what they do before I get started on what I need to do, even though I know that I'll have a CEO down my fucking throat asking me to start producing. And I think it's just like, if you don't have the spine to stick up for your team and yourself while you're getting to know them, then you shouldn't be in a leadership position anyway. Like if you just come in and immediately get to work and fuck everything up in your path, then you're not a good leader.
Well,
like goodbye.
I love how your pet peeves are like step 1 and mine are like steps 3, 2 through 6. Mine are just a little deeper because I think about them way too much. Going off of that, it's not even the fact that they're just like, I know how to know everything. It's when they don't know what they're doing, but they still continue forward without like saying anything. That's why I'm so upfront about saying, I don't know this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know what I'm doing, because it already like takes the pressure off. Yeah. I don't need people looking at me because I'm already like so much pressure on myself. But my biggest career pet peeve to date, and it's like happened multiple times in my career, I've seen it and it's just gets grosser and grosser, is when people in leadership don't necessarily know what they're doing, or they think they know what they're doing. Who knows? Maybe they really do think they know what they're doing, but it's very obvious to other people that they don't. And they don't think about the people's careers under them. They're only focused on their own career. And it's like, you are responsible for them. We talk about in this podcast a lot about like taking responsibility for your own career. Nobody's going to be looking out for you. But like, as a manager, as a leader, you have to be looking out for the people underneath you. Yeah. Your strategies, your game plan, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like does affect your team. And their ability to go get another job, their ability to learn new things, their ability to grow their career. And like nobody thinks about that. And it really pisses me off.
I mean,
especially in tech, because
people
everybody's
usually
so young.
quit because of bad managers.
Yeah.
Like,
it just makes me angry because it's, again, goes back to the gaslighting.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, you should just be happy to be here. You don't know any better anyway. So like, I'm like, cool, but I came here to learn from you. And if you're teaching me the wrong things, that's fucking with my career too.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't fuck with my career. It's mine.
Yeah. Don't fuck with my career. I will come after you.
Yeah. Well, then I'll just I will do your job better than you.
Yeah. Or I'll leave and I don't have to put up with you anymore.
I'll leave, come back and be in charge of you. Spite, revenge.
I like to glow up from afar. I love the people that like looking at the Instagram stories and like that shit. That it just is the best.
Yeah.
Such a bitch.
No, I don't care. I'm like, I know that I will like exceed your career faster than you've done.
I don't even care about my career versus their career. I'm like, I will exceed your expectations of me.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't have any to begin with.
Or at least it should be higher.
Correct. Like, I'm gonna exceed your expectations of me. That's all. Like, I don't even care about your career because I already know that that's behind me.
Yeah.
Gross.
Ugh, people are disgusting sometimes.
The worst. That's maybe why we keep our circles so small.
Yeah, because we hate humans. Okay. You go.
Oh, okay. So this is from Sarah's dad, Papa Pion. He's best. If you follow us on Twitter, you saw the email that he sent us because it was very nice and we had to post it. What is something you've accomplished that you're hella proud of?
He didn't say hella.
Sarah
did say you both have done some pretty dope shit. You should talk about it.
For him.
And whoever taught my dad the word dope, thank you so much.
Probably you.
It may have been me.
It's probably you.
Or at least he's been listening to this podcast enough to pick that up.
Like, that's a good one.
In his lexicon.
I hope he uses dope on LinkedIn next time he comments on something.
God, that'd be sick. One thing that I've accomplished, I'll do one thing at Drift, one thing at Alice. One thing at Drift that I'm super proud of is that I found and created an entirely new lead channel that converted better than demo requests.
Boom.
If you're not in marketing, basically like the highest, if you're in marketing, your sales reps are always going to be like, hey, can you get us more like demo people who are requesting a demo? And it's like pretty hard to run a campaign on getting people to be interested in your product immediately. But through the website variations that I did and the like bots that I built, we were able to create this channel called Test Drive. Essentially, it is like a tool. You plug in your domain and like your color, and we overlay our bot on your website. So you'll see what Drift looks like on your website without installing anything.
So smart.
And it was dope. And our web dev like built it, and we just kind of like would post about it on social a little bit, but like no one ever really knew it. And so then through website variations, I put it on the site more and people converted heavily. And then that ended up having like a 73% like opportunity creation rate, which is really high.
Crushed it.
So that was really cool. Really liked that.
It's pretty dope in Papa Pion's words.
That was some dope shit.
It's pretty dope shit.
And then at Alice, I'm putting together 2 events right now. And they're both things where I've like told people about them and they're like, oh, that's a really good idea. Like, who came up with that? And I was like, me. I did. Like I did, and they're gonna be done and people are gonna really like them. And one last one is a customer decided to upgrade because they wanted me to help them with optimization, and they knew of me from my time at Drift and really liked my work. And so then they agreed to upgrade.
It's like the nicest compliment ever.
Yeah.
You like my work?
Yeah. I was like, so you think that I'm good at my job?
You think I'm smart?
That's dope because I also sometimes think I'm good at my job, but it's nice when other people tell you.
Yeah, of course it is.
And yeah, I've also been promoted 7 times in 4 years.
Crushed it. Fuck. Wow.
That's it.
What's something, I don't know that I have like specific things like that. As stupid as it is, I'm like kind of proud of myself for like jumping off the deep end into the personal branding thing when I saw an opportunity to do it at G2 and people were listening to me for whatever reason.
Hell yeah.
Actually that I started doing that a month or two into like this new content team experiment, and I'm going to call it an experiment because that's absolutely what it was. We were all writing all of our own shit. I used to write 10 to 12 articles a month on app development, which I've said before is just like the funniest thing to me ever. Because I don't like to write and I don't know anything about app development, but I had a job. So, but we were trying to figure out how to rely less on like Google traffic, and like we could play that game, and we figured that game out. And I was a big part of that, which I'm proud of as well, of just like that SEO side that I knew nothing about at G2. I left and now I'm kind of like seen as somebody that knows a lot about it. I'm not going to say the word expert because that's not a thing. But yeah, we started just all posting on Twitter like as ourselves, and we found the opportunity to like kind of take over some of the content marketing chats, which I'm sure was annoying for everyone else. But then as quick, like within a month, everybody knew who we were.
Yeah.
And it was like we created like we did the social brand thing as a company before I think it was happening. Yeah. And like then all these other companies kind of adapted it. Yeah. Not saying that we were the first company to do that ever, but like we were the first ones to be doing it to get our content read. So that was pretty cool. What else? I mean, I think I'm proud of a lot. I don't know. Right now at work, a lot of my stuff is being held up from a rebrand, which I'm going to be very proud of that when it all comes out because it's all new shit that I've never done before. But I think I'm really proud of a lot more of like personal life things right now in my like almost next week, 28 years of life. Like I moved to a city by myself. I figured out like new jobs and knew all this, and I've really like drawn some serious boundaries with my family this year, which is great. And I started consistently going to therapy, and I'm proud of that. And I think that like I was somebody before that I was always chasing things so that other people would be proud of me, but I was never really proud of myself. But I think it's more important that I'm proud of myself and focus less on other people being proud of me. Yeah, it's great when my parents say that. Like when
Papa Payan tells you
Papa Payan. And no, it really is. Like obviously everybody feels like this, where external about it. That's why when I'll never forget, me and Taylor were at this like concert for Christmas. This random lady comes up to me and she says, "You have the nicest skin." And I like repeated that to him like over and over again. Like, wow, I can't believe she said that, because it's like a compliment from a stranger that doesn't have to say anything means so much more than like Taylor consistently telling me that. Yeah. Why? That's silly. That's crazy.
It's just because they like see it in you without having to like feel the need to. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. But I think in the last year, I'm really proud of like the personal growth of just like, okay, this is your life. Nobody else can tell you what you should be doing, if whatever.
Yeah. I think that's really mature.
Following myself because I'm the only one. Well, Wrigley will be with me for another 8 years. She's sleeping. Can you see her?
A little. No, baby. I think that, I don't know, that's very mature of you though, because I think a lot of what I was proud of is also people telling me that I was doing a good job. Because right now.
But I'm also almost 3 years older, 2 years older than you.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, also, yeah, I haven't done a lot in terms of like personal development, I've just been figuring it out. I'm mid development. I think we're all mid development, but that's fine. Yeah. And currently a lot of the things that I'm proud of are work related. However, also, the last time I went to a boxing class, a girl told me that I was really good. And I was like, thank you.
Love. We love a girl that goes up to another girl and says, good job.
Yeah. She was like, you're really good. And I was like, girl, you were showing those people how to do form well. Like I see you too.
I see you too. I see you working. No, but I think that's important because girls are so goddamn mean to each other.
Yeah.
Like, can we just be nice? I love girls. It sucks that we need men.
Retweet. We should all just act like we are drunk in a bathroom together at a club.
That's how I act all the time.
All the time. I fucking love your shoes. You know? Just shit like that. Did you see that TikTok? That was two girls who were like vomiting in separate stalls in the bathroom. And one of them was like, and they were like friends. They were like, hey, I have gum if you want after this. And the other girl was like, oh, that's so nice. Like
getting each other through it.
And they were like, okay, can't wait to see you out like after this. It was like, are you blonde? You seem blonde. She's like, no, I'm a redhead. So cute.
Yeah. Carmela asked us if we prefer goat cheese or buffalo cheese. And personally, I've never had buffalo cheese, but I'm going to say like goat cheese. I don't know what that
mozzarella
means.
Or like
I don't know what that means.
Buffalo chicken.
I think it's like buffalo cheese.
Okay. Personally, I like goat because I like when it's stronger tasting. And I think buffalo adds like a little bit of a stronger taste, like mozzarella or burrata, but not like enough where I'm like, you know?
I'm going to pick goat just because it's maybe my favorite of all of the cheeses. Mm-hmm. So I think I would pick goat over most cheeses. Okay. That was easy.
I love it. Okay, Stace. Top 3 cheese faves from each of you with complimentary pairings. So that's she like bougie as fuck, which I really appreciate.
Well, I'm gonna goat cheese is one of my top 3.
Okay, hear me out with goat cheese. Ready? Goat cheese, caramelized onions, honey on pizza. On pizza.
Yes. On anything. Put that on a piece of toast.
So fucking good.
Goat cheese and honey is amazing. Anything that's like goat cheese with something sweet. I like this salad that I have made in the past. It's like walnuts and cranberries and goat cheese, and it's fire. Also love like a warm goat cheese in like a marinara like dipping situation. Yeah. I think I like goat cheese because it's so versatile. Like you can put it in a sandwich.
Yeah,
it's just so fucking good.
It's very good. I like specifically the blue cheese. I'm gonna be a dick about it, and then I'll say it the normal way. Roquefort, but Roquefort. It's like blue cheese. It's like a blue cheese. It comes in like a green like package, and it's pretty strong. But like you slap that shit on a big baguette, you're good to go forever.
Yeah, that's all you need.
You're fucking chilling.
Yeah, I like blue cheese too, and I
really like blue cheese.
Like gorgonzola is good in a salad. I don't know why I just always equate cheese to salads because maybe I've eaten more cheese in salads than like between bread, which is really sad for me.
Yeah, I would say that's kind of sad.
Yeah, I told you this. There was a long time that I avoided both cheese and bread.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
That's so sad. That's very sad. Don't live your life like that anymore.
No, I'm not. We're not. That's the number one thing I'm proud of Papa Pie on is the self-control and cheese in my fridge.
Oh, you said the title.
I did that.
She did it. I think
as far as like a normal melty cheese. Like what are you putting on a sandwich? I think mine's probably Colby Jack.
Ooh, pepper jack.
Oh, fucking pepper jack. I always forget about pepper jack.
Okay, when we get breakfast sandwiches from like the coffee place by us, if we were like down to spend $25 on 2 breakfast sandwiches because they're expensive, bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel, add mustard and pepper jack cheese, like spicy mustard and pepper jack cheese, and it's like stupid.
Oh my god. I think my last one is probably I said this to Anthony Conrad, who also is like a really big friend of ours, very big supporter. He retweets everything. We love him for it.
AC Slater.
Gouda. AC Slater. Yes. I love Gouda. Gouda's you can put Gouda in fucking everything. It pairs well with almost everything. Great grilled cheese. One of my favorite meals in the world is a grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup.
Yum.
Great grilled cheese. Sourdough with Gouda. That's it.
Yep. Yeah.
Is that all 3? Right.
Yeah. I think that was a lot.
That was more than 6. So
yeah, it was a whole bunch.
Collectively, and so, that's a whole week of meals. Just a lot of cheese.
Hell yeah.
A lot of dairy.
Cool. If you enjoyed this, let us know, because we don't know.
Yeah, we need you guys to tell us what you want from us. So we're just trying different things until we figure it out.
Yeah, if that's cool with y'all.
Because that's like what you do.
So don't forget to leave us a review.
I saw your tweet this weekend. Great one.
I'm saying that a little bit in a threatening tone. But just like, why wouldn't you? I don't know. Fuck.
I'm just gonna change my Tinder bio to you have to leave me a review on the podcast before we can speak.
I love
maybe that'll work. No,
maybe
we don't need to do that.
Yeah, it's maybe not the best idea, but no. Okay.
Okay. Okay, love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.